Hi there, it's Kevin with GatheringMagic.com here with match number 1 with our Ayli Proc. Yes, we'd like to keep this. This is okay. We have a Ghost Quarter, a Mistveil Plains, a first from Mistveil Plains. We do need to draw into like anything but lands. We are on the draw though. This makes it a little bit better of a play or a starting hand. Razor Verge Thicket. Going to be going up against Kiki, Chord, or Bogles most likely. I think we just throw out a Mistveil Plains. No point to throwing a Martyr out this turn. A lot of times we want to keep the Martyr for in case they have like a Bolt or a Path, and that way we can, in response, sack it. So, unfortunately here, it looks like we might be going against... Yeah, this looks like it's going to be Kiki Chord. And we do need to find... We have the Orzhov Charm, though, which will be really good against Kiki. I think here we can just throw out a Plains and throw out a Martyr. And then pass the turn. So this is going to be a very grindy matchup that we have to keep removal in for. We'll bring in the Wrath of Gods and the Paths. Relic of Progenitus is okay for Kitchen Finks, but not too much else in the deck we have to worry about. So I don't think we'll bring in like, or Nihil Spellbomb, excuse me. Ghost Quarter's okay as well in this matchup. Sometimes they run the Gavany Townships. So overall, I think we have a decent matchup. I only gain 9 life here. I think it's still worth it since we do have the Orzhov Charm. When he attacks him with the Exile Pride Mage, just sacrifice to gain 9 life. And we'll do that. Go up to 29. This gives us a lot of padding. I think next turn we will just throw out a Godless Shrine tapped. And then we can Ranger for a Serra's Ascendant the turn after that. Don't think we'll be killing an Orzhov Charming anything. We need to save that for Kiki. Hopefully he doesn't have a Thought Season hand. They usually don't run cards like that. So neither Reliquary, that could be a card I just kill with the Orzhov Charm before he even has an opportunity to activate. So we'll Godless Shrine here. And, whoops, I shouldn't have Godless Shrine there. Into play untapped is what I meant to do there. Oh well, let's just pass the turn. And that way he'll activate the Knight. Maybe we don't care about the Knight. Because I still think this is Kiki. Chord. Or actually this is Big Z. This could just be Big Zoo. So we should be really, really good versus Big Zoo. So the Knight of the Reliquary is just here for value as far as like fetch lands making it into a 3/3. Easily to get up to 4/4 with 2 fetch lands. So I'm going to be taking 4 here. All right, so he's not going to be using his Knight. So that really makes me think he's not Knight combo. Okay, now I pretty much think that it's Kiki Chord. So the Knight can just... And a Spellskite. Spellskite's going to be annoying. So here we will still just throw out a Plains, I believe. And Ranger. Ranger's going to tutor up Serra's Ascendant and a Martyr. And then we'll pass the turn. However, it is getting scary with the possibility of Kiki Chord. Restoration Angel can also start bouncing the walls So we need to find like another Path to Exile, or of course a Wrath of God would be the best card we could draw into. So I guess he's just going to start thinning out the deck, trying to find... Here he might just get a Gavony Township. But next turn we'll have 2 Serra's Ascendants out. I don't know why he needs to main phase that. Attacking this. Yeah, this... I will... Yeah, okay, yeah. So, we still block here. With the Ranger. So he should have attacked into Spellskite. Because, well, no, yeah. Because it gets exalted, and he didn't want that to die. So, this turn, though, we gain... Oh, there's a beautiful Path to Exile, too. So I'm just going to tutor up a Plains. And we'll Martyr here. Gain a ton of life. And then we'll just put out 1 Serra Ascendant. No, we can put both out because I don't have the mana. I was going to say 1. If we had another mana, we'd keep up Orzhov Charm and Path. We'll pass the turn with a Path. So we can die to Kiki, Chord, but we should have a turn. And then we'll have both Orzhov Charm and Path. So Sin Collector would be very, very rough. Other than a Sin Collector, I'm not too worried here. Now, clock management is going to be a thing with this deck. Our opponent does need to play a lot quicker versus Martyr Proc. He's gonna Path to Exile off one of the Serra's Ascendant, but I only need 1. And he's going to sack his Sacred Foundry to thin out again and try to get this Knight bigger. He might have some like flex lands in here. I doubt it, though. There's not a lot of room in a 3-color deck, 4-color deck here to play like flex cards. Like a land that can make me sack a creature, for example, from Battle for Zendikar. And Eternal Witness back a Path. Yeah, that was a great draw for the Eternal Witness. Because it's going to be able to get both my Ascendants. And now we've got to find another Ranger for more Serra's Ascendants. Now, I could go for the Ghazali Pride Mage. I don't think he would. I think I'm just not going to block it. And I'm not going to Path the Spellskite. I can do that whenever. We can Ghost Quarter away his Gavony Township, which might be the best move. And now we kind of have this Proclamation lock going. But we're going to use it in response to him trying to like Kiki. So now I know he's using Eternal Witness. We might bring in the Nihil Spellbombs. So he's going to, again, sack another land. And this would kind of shut down the Knight. And there's Kiki Jiki, which I believe he's just going to go for an Eternal Witness. Maybe a wall. We'll see where he... Alright, so we'll path the Eternal Witness, because you can get back a path. No, I don't care about a path to exile. We'll path to exile Kiki. And sure, we'll let that happen. Oh, geez, I did that wrong. Whoops, I should have waited till the trigger, because now I can get back the Kiki Jiki. Whoops! So I messed that up. And that might cost me the game. He might just get greedy and take the path. No, he does take the Kiki, duh. Yeah, whoops, I should have done that on the stack with the path to exile. Getting a little too hasty here. And taking some damage. And I actually need to... So, yeah. That was not a good play. Alright. See if we can draw into like a Ranger or something that can get us out of like a Suntime to be good. There's an Orzhov Charm. It kind of makes up for my mess up. And he doesn't have the red mana now either. Yeah, that's actually not bad. See if he's got another red source. He's taken both the Stomping Grounds, a Sacred Foundry. Guess a Blood Crypt could still be in there. Alright, so he actually can't even cast the Kiki, so that ends up being alright. So Eternal... Oh, we can Eternal Witness. Yeah, we're definitely bringing in the Nihil Spellbomb if he's running that many. But he chooses the path. And here's where we will proc. Oh, is that can only as a... Maybe I should learn how to play this deck. So, activate this only during your upkeep. Okay, never mind, can't do this. So, do we care about the... I think we might just need to kill the knight. Or we can... Actually, we return a creature to block the knight. And then sack it to gain life. So, I think that's fine. And we'll block the knight. And gain 3 life, which will just be net down 2. Now, we need a Wrath of God. Oh, beautiful. We'll do that. That was a huge top deck. And pass the turn. We can't quite proc. So, lucky is better lucky than good. Messed this up big time. Other than now him getting back that Kiki, with him not being able to cast... Kiki is actually huge. I don't know if he has any more red sources. He's blown 2 Eternal Witnesses. So Kiki can't even come out. He's got a Path to Exile we know about in his hand. And he could just go the beatdown route. But again, we're going to... Oh, Pioneer Noir definitely is annoying. The deck, it just screams value. But the later this game goes on, the better for us. Actually, he's down to 16 minutes already. And we'll go ahead and throw out the plains just because... So I need to start... This is only during your upkeep. Alright, so I'm not going to use... I need to definitely start using that in the upkeep with the forecast. And... We'll just pass turn. Yeah, I don't think it's that necessary. I think that at this point now we'll start using it. Because I'd rather like top deck into a Ranger rather than just take 4 damage per turn. So using the mana right now. I think with 3 mana it would be good. So we're taking 4 here with the Paya, going down to a 20. So on this upkeep, I will use it, though. I think we have plenty of lands. And another Knight. Ay, ay, ay. So we'll bring back a Martyr. And then go to our draw. And a Return of the Ranks will be good when we will have more stuff in the graveyard. But this will at least let us gain a bunch of life. And I'll put a Wrath of God back on bottom. And that way if we shuffle it back, it will be back in our library. So he needs another Eternal Witness to bring back like a Stomping Ground or a Sacred Foundries. Go to block the Knight. We'll be net up life here. And I'll put a Wrath of God back on the bottom. Oh, I have to control Termite white permanents. All right, okay. We're learning this deck. So we'll just keep forecasting here. I need to start playing quicker as well. Squad Hawk would be great if we draw into a Squad Hawk. We will just go get our last... we'll get another Godless Shrine. We could go get a Mistveil Plains too. Yeah, we'll get a Mistveil Plains. And then pass the turn to our opponent. He's going to sack off another land. See if he has another red source. Kessig Wolf Run. That'll be nice later on. Because that'll allow him to now get through with his Knight. And he'll Wolf Run. That'll at least use his mana. And we're taking 8 here, going down to 19. And see if we can actually... If we draw another white card, it's just going to be another card we can... Not a lot of lands left we can draw into. Squad Hawk's beautiful. That fills up our hand. And put some pressure on our opponent, actually. And not going to use it, of course. I don't care about the Wolf Run. There's a Birds. That allows him to Kiki. So... I do need to worry about the Birds. This will at least make him use the Kessig. Wolf Run. So if he has a Resto in his hand, though, I think we just lose from the Birds of Paradise. So we'll need to draw into like a path. And we're down to a 25. So I think I'll do it one more time. Or again. Even though we can convoke it in. There's a Serra's Ascendant that will force out a path. We'll go ahead and attack in with the Squadron Hawk. And he'll block it with a Thopter. That's nice. And it looks like he has the Restoration Angel. I'm going to allow him to screw up here, though. Because he has to make enough. And we do have, through the Ascendant, blocking and sacking the Squadron Hawk. I'm gonna force him to play this correctly. Now, a lot of you might question that. I mean, you still give your opponent the option to mess it up. He's got to do this correctly. And we needed that other path, or Orzhov Charm. Yeah, now I'm kicking myself with that Eternal Witness. But, I mean, he's got it 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. He's got to do enough damage to... and plus the block... on the Serra's Ascendant. And that's an extra 30, so 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. And that's plenty of damage. Even though I can gain 15, go up to 40, and block one of them, go up to 46. Alrighty, so we'll go on to the sideboard. And we'll bring in the Kami of it. The Path Exiles, the Wrath of Gods are all very good. The Spellskite, not so much. I don't know if we need to bring in Spellskite so that it can kind of protect. We'll bring in the Nihil Spellbombs, the Wrath of Gods. Kami of False Hope definitely wants to come in. We can bring in Memoricide, and I think that's fine to name Restoration Angel. He does have alternate ways to win this. So the cards that I'm not too keen on here is this, probably the Sun. I actually like the Sun Titan a lot in this matchup, though. I don't think we need Weathered Wayfarer. I think that we'll eventually just get there without it. And most likely just the walls. They do block a few things, but I don't think we need it. I'm going to go down to... I like both the Ayli still. And the Sun Titan's still fine as well. So it'd be 3 cards I'd have to get rid of. I think Nihil Spellbombs are, again, fine. Return of the Ranks, he's Path Exiling most of the stuff, so I think I can take out Return of the Ranks, because we'll keep in some the Proclamations. Maybe we don't need Memoricide, because we have enough ways to deal with this combo, and he can still win without the combo, so I'm going to take it out. And at this point, it's probably between Sun Titan and Nihil Spellbomb. Sun Titan to me seems pretty good getting back Ghost Quarters, taking care of his other alternate win condition. The Kami of False Hope can stop him from doing the combat damage that turn, but then I'd have to have a way to just proc it back again. I think I will keep it in. But he does have ways that can... Not really. He doesn't really have a way to deal with it and the Proclamation. So I still want all the Wraths. The Wraths can really punish this deck. And the same thing with the Path to Exile. So I think it just might be a Sun Titan or just the other Ayli. Other than Ayli does seem quite potent. I'm actually going to take out an Ayli. And let's keep the 1 in. See how well it works. And this is an incredible hand. We'll first turn Serra's Ascendant. And start the beatdown. So between the Orzhov Charm and the Kami, that's a pretty big... Oh, that was a beautiful card to draw into, so we'll actually use it. So we'll go get Godless Shrine. And then Squadron Hawk. And then fill our hand back up. And then go ahead and attack in with the Serra's Ascendant. And I'm not going to play any more Squadron Hawks. We're just going to make him overextend into a Wrath of God. That's a very annoying card with the Courser. We're going to get so much value out of this Wrath, though. We find the mana for... I don't even think we need to quite... I get Orzhov Charm off a Courser and attack in. But I think we'll wait for that. So I think it's just Mistveil Plains. And just go ahead and attack in with the Hawk. He's still ways away from his Kiki. So he gets to play a Temple Garden off the top of his library. And he's got an Orzhov Pontiff coming up. I actually want to see him really overextend. So I want to see him throw the Birds of Paradise out. And maybe we will. No, I think I just keep the Orzhov Charm back. So Wall of Roots, yep. Just let him keep doing this. And the Knight. Oh yes, this is beautiful. And he'll attack into the Courser. I'm not too concerned with Courser. We can just take it. We have basically the nuts in our hand with the Wrath of God. Double Wrath of God. I could actually Wrath of God here. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna hope he uses Orzhov Pontiff next turn. We could go. How much damage would we take though if he Pontiffs? Well, he'd have to actually choose. So I think we. Yeah, I'm gonna put out the Kami just in case. And this will probably really bait off the Orzhov Pontiff. And he's got a Path to Exile coming up as well. So there's the Orzhov Pontiff. He's not dealing any combat damage this turn. And it will kill all my guys. I really hope he puts a Birds out. He does not. But we have another Wrath of God. I think this is pretty punishing. Ghost Quarter is also very good. I'm sure he'll lose a knight here. The Ghost Chord will be good versus his Stomping Ground, though we might be able to lock him out of those red sources again. But that was a huge Wrath of God. If he overextends one more time, we'll do the exact same thing. Yeah, I'll let him overextend one more time. Maybe I'll put out a bird if he's not gonna, a Squadron Hawk if he's not gonna pull the trigger. All right, we're gonna put out 2 Squadron Hawks. Because could he? No, 1 Squadron Hawk is, ooh. Yeah, it's just gonna be 1 Squadron Hawk we're gonna put out. And then pass a turn. And he's going to throw some counters on his Spellskite and his Birds of Paradise, I'm sure. Which I could Orzhov Charm off his bird. And keep him off that red. If I care. And see if he Spellskites it. Alright. We've got the bird taken care of, which helps us with like Kiki Chord. He could just attack into Spellskite. I'm fine with that. Because we'll just start trading damage for damage. I think I'll begin to eventually start drawing in. There's another Mistveil Plains. And this way we'll have 2 permanents up. We can just like start shuffling things back in. And see if he's got like a Resto. With Double Wrath of God, I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up using it soon. So there's a Restoration Angel. But there's no way he can generate enough mana. So we will block the Restoration Angel. And use another Wrath of God. We do have the... Yeah, he bounced his Spellskite. That wasn't smart. We'll go to block. Block it. And he does not use Kessig Wolf Run. So I could Ghost Quarter off the Gavany Township right now. Which can go get him the other red source, though. Yeah, I don't think I do anything here. We'll just Wrath of God. Could have shuffled something back in before then. Hold up. We'll attack him with the Squad Hawk. And then Wrath of God. I think it's worth it to get rid of a Restoration Angel and a Spellskite. We don't have to worry about those pesky Eternal Witness. Hopefully we can find the Nihil Spellbomb. If he restos here, I think we will just kill it. No, no Restoration Angel. Hate to see an Eternal Witness. Keeps everything open. We're not going to Ghost Chord or anything. We're just going to pass turn. There's a path. Finds another Stomping Ground, and I'm sure something's to be flashing like a Kiki Chord, or Chord of Calling. For an Eternal Witness. Ugh. Well, we have another Wrath of God that we can use. Need that Nihil Spellbomb. And he'll get a Chord of Calling. Yeah, it's a really, really annoying combination. Decides not to attack in. I think we do take out the Gowney Township. It'll force out a move on his part here. Which he looks like he's going to be courting again. For possibly another Eternal Witness. For 4 this time. For Restoration Angel. And so we do need to path that. Or Orzhov Charm. I'm also going to path the Restoration Angel. So where's that Nihil Spellbomb? Suntime would be great here too. Oh, beautiful. So finally get this. This card would have been good. A long time ago before those Eternal Witnesses. We're almost up to Emeria, if we can draw an Emeria. So we're 4... Actually, we are. We are in Emeria range. Exile Pride Mage is an issue. Especially with that Kessig Wolf run. Not a card I wanted to see. Give it one more turn, but I think what he's going to do is he's going to try to get the Kessig Wolf run a victory. Proclamation to be okay because we got the Kami of False Hope. Yeah, it'd be great if we got the Kami. And can you actually just kill me here? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I'm going to have to force out a Wrath of God next turn, which I hate doing. Unless we get like another Path to Exile. Because we are on a 1-turn clock. We probably has a Path to Exile in his hand. Because Ayli's okay, but I think we'll just Wrath. Because of Death Touch, he can give it Trample. Or he can just Path to Exile. So we'll just Wrath. And then we will Ayli. See if he gets Path. We're at the mercy of draws here with the Kessig's Wolf run. Best thing we could draw into would be a Sun Titan. Well, at least that Thins out another land. Four cards in our opponent's hand. He just has to throw anything out with the Kessage Wolf Run. So I think, yeah, instead of Gavony, I should have taken out that. He still has a Chord of Calling, doesn't he, in his hand? He got it back with his... No, he used it. So Paya and Chronolar is probably the best card he could have drawn into. So it's going to be Sun Titan here or Bust. Or Proc. Martyr doesn't quite do it, I don't think. We just gain 3 life. So I'm actually okay for this turn. We needed a Ranger would have been beautiful too. Well, if he's not going to do the trample, actually just letting the Martyr die here's the better plan. Oh no, because he can sack 2 things, so this is actually better to do. And so now he can give his guy trample. And +4. That's, yeah, he doesn't quite do enough. But we need a Hail Mary here, another Wrath of God. Proc is actually pretty decent. Proc's actually really good. Unfortunately, I think we have to use the Proc for a Kami of False Hope. Because we can't survive another turn, unfortunately. We can get back a Martyr and a Kami. And a Serra's Ascendant. But we won't be able to forecast it. So I'm thinking he'll probably shoot down a Thopter here. Again, Sun Titan would be beautiful. Engineer Explosives for 1 is annoying. But it gives us another... Guess I should have shuffled or put something on the bottom. And a Sin Collector. He knows I have a Squadron Hawk in hand, so I don't know why I used that. Probably just for... more damage next turn. Path is great. Because we'll path it off. Whatever he puts on the... You could actually see him pathing off the Squadron Hawk. Looks like that's what he's going to do. No more planes left in my deck. I have a lot of fetch lands, though. Still have a few. path off the Sin Collector. And take 4, go down to 6. And so again, we're at the mercy of a top deck here. I don't believe Martyr does it. Because we even play the Martyr, we give him the chance. So needed one of our finishers as far as like, maybe I blew the Wrath of God a little bit quick. Can't believe he's going to decide to do that again. I think he just leaves the mana open. And yeah, he's going to leave enough anyway. And that is game. So 55 seconds left. He takes the game 1 down. I think that was oh. See what the next card. Godless Shrine. Godless Shrine. Flooded Strand. Wow, it wasn't going to be nice. We need a Ranger. We need a Ranger a lot quicker. Ranger to go get us. At that point, though, I don't even know. We need the proc in our hand a couple turns earlier to... I mean, I guess you could have shot it down with a Thopter, though, is the problem. And we wouldn't have that sort of lock. But Sun Titan would have been amazing. And the last Wrath of God there, I think, would have... Or the Nihil Spellbomb just a lot earlier. We'll go on to the next match, Kevin, with GatheringMagic.com. Thanks for watching.